Carmel, he's able just to run in. Yep, Death is the target. He's got a rolling thunder, but I don't imagine he wants to commit. He's just going to swashbuckle away. Sure about this split here. TNC perhaps crossing wires a bit.
And it's fine. They get the tower, they disengage, but that should also mean that the Radiant can get the mid-tier 1 tower as well.
Yeah, they're probably hoping not to have to commit the Exorcism. It's already low. Midas up on the Brewmaster, so going for the Midas before the Axes. Sure about this Fnatic's play is going to be with the Brew split down.
Yeah. Now a 1k lead of Fnatic. They basically made up 3k gold in 4 minutes. Very efficient map movement.
Map movement.
On the high ground, Lion going to run into him. Back up in the Death Prophet nearby, but the Lion is going to get split. It's the silent, the Hexor only coming out into one. The revenge kill should be there. Support for support. Lion for Lion in a sense.
Did force some rotations though to a lane where you don't really want to be at this point.
But this mid tower is still standing.
Yeah, I'm surprised. They're gonna split. Like, now should be the time to strike. And Raven says, yep, it is.
Alright.
Should be pretty easy with this Metamorphosis. They do have Glyph though.
I think they can hold on to the Exorcism for now, it seems. And they're not even rotating in the Death Prophet. They will Glyph it to delay things and look for a deny, it seems. Can Boomy time this? He's pump faking, and they get it with the Brew. Okay. Raven tried to time it, but too many TNC heroes going for the deny.
Yeah.
And Morph is out farming the TP now, by the way. Morph is,
he is
having a great game.
I mean, look at Lash though, 2k ahead of the enemy's Death Prophet. Wow. He's getting everything he wants.
Yeah, what a...
He might be setting up for DP down there with his Jewel Scepter.
The Prophet winning one more last creep. We'll get out of there, it looks like, safely. And Lesh will just come in to farm the wave, so... Neither team looking to make a play right now.
Yep.
Does feel like Fnatic, who had that 2k gold lead coming out of the lanes, have not exactly found a way to capitalize on it. And if anything, it's the opposite. DJ could be in some trouble in the Phoenix. Runs into a Hex and actually gets the dive away. He's still alive for now. And
Tim's need other, he needs other heroes to play with him. It's like not the Abaddon Shaman that you're scared of, right? Like, it's not really a killer combo. Like, he needs to Lash with him or Morph, maybe even the Brewmaster. But yeah, very close there for DJ. And he's just gonna stay there with his Tranquil Boots.
I think the low levels in Hex as well as Shackles means the Disables aren't really kicking in yet for the Shaman. He's gonna need more levels first.
It's a very different skill build than we usually see from when China picked it up a lot. It went like 1-2 levels max with the Shock and just maxed Hex and Shackle.
Wow, they commit the Exorcism and they actually managed to bring him down. They throw everything. Finger of Death, all the Disables, and an Exorcism. They kill the
There was a Lion without Blink, and he did not morph up. That means he must have gotten surprised by a silence or so.
Hex, oh god.
Because I imagine if he morphs up there, there's a chance he might live.
A bad place to commit Exorcism as well.
Nagpaster ba ako? Yung utan na ako?
Sige sila giyaw-yaw.
Exo is gone already.
May mic mo?
Yeah. I don't know if Lesh is expecting this one. Tims is in the trees. He gets the Hex out first on the line. They both get the Hex out. And Xuan comes running in. The Aphotic Shield helping keep Carmel alive.
That's fine.
He's going to have to run away from him.
Low mono
maybe run away from him, but Xuan's got nothing on the Death Prophet. He's going to find the Brewmaster split running at him, and Xuan in trouble. The Yule Scepter being used to dodge the Boulder Toss. That may just save Xuan's life, and now with the Rolling Thunder coming to play, Death is zoning these heroes away, but he's only got the Shadow Shaman. He needs to maybe address Armel. He gets the kill on the Shaman. Can they stop Armel?
Yeah,
As just juked him in the trees. This Death Prophet coming up big.
Raven is dealing way too much damage. They need to disengage.
Ako kuan.
Yeah, he juked him while Raven was just putting in the pain.
Oh. Yeah, Lesh was hunting so hard for this Death Prophet. Xuan, without an Exorcism, without any mana, just baited them in.
Yep, stayed alive forever. I mean, he's still alive even. Did not even fall, and they did not get the tower. And it's a Brew split committed. Sure, Meta is also down, but TNC was definitely looking for more there.
Wow.
Still holding the gold lead though. Like, you don't
Yes.
expect Terrorblade to ever be ahead in net worth against the Morphling. I mean, vice versa. Morphling to be ahead against Terrorblade. He should be farming much faster.
Yeah, Fnatic going for maybe some of these kind of team plays where they try and force these towers and they haven't been able to win the fights as successfully as TNC have until that one up top. That pulled them ahead well, didn't pull them ahead in terms of goal, but at least in terms of the kills. And Raven now going to go back to focus on his own farm with some ancient stacks, but feels like whenever we've been looking, it's TNC, they're the ones farming stacks, and now they're the ones
For
in the
the
Roshan
Roshan
pit. DJ scouted by this observer ward. Boomy planted it while smoked, so they're not going to know maybe what's going on. A TB illusion could go in and scout this one, but I don't think they
Kaya ka
realize.
ni.
They're just sneaking this.
They don't have
Sakpan
the
na
best
sila.
Roche lineup either. But now they
Dugay
lose
kayo.
sort of running their way? No.
Gahe kayo.
Absolutely, but it's not being scouted. DJ
Oh.
could use the fire spirits
Kaya
here.
dyan eh.
They're not... Nah, they're just not aware at all. Leshrac
check,
played it very
yeah.
smart too. It looked like he was just taking the rune and disengaging.
They're
And
showing
that's a
the
free
Brewmaster
No.
top, they're showing Leshrac mid. It's same as last game, TNC. I mean, we mentioned how some of these SEA teams at times have been playing a little bit maybe cautiously and scared. TNC, 2 games in a row, sneak a Roshan. That's not playing
Holy
cautiously or scared.
shit.
That's making bold decisions that you think can win you the game, and it did last
Tuwing
game.
gabi
It put
din
TNC
eh.
in a great position this game.
Yeah, this Morphling with
Gabing
Aegis
gabi.
will be the
Grandmaster,
decider in the next
pumorpling
team
yung
fight.
buo
What are we
Gani.
looking at?
Grandmaster
I think
PA
Borax
ganina.
finishes
Lagi
Manta.
siya biya itong OP kayo mo
Tigers
kuan
moved up
mo
on the enemy side of the map.
morphling
It's
nga
Mago taking it,
nai-is
though. He's
Paris
looking
ba?
forward time, so if anything,
He
Siya ba
does.
ito
Yeah,
let's fight
gapauso ito nga
Yeah,
meta
Ace
zone na.
Barely missed out.
Sila doon ni teams.
That's the way
Oh,
still has
so
the
the
Yule Scepter.
teams.
Who's he gonna look to go on? They initiate in with the Phoenix. Rolling
OP
Thunder
kayo
follow-up
basta
from Death,
masugdon.
but there's gonna be a Yule's near bad, and they'll cut their losses on
Okay mo,
TNC to
Morph
stop the
si Kwan,
clock time.
23 Savage.
Just to support Killen.
Mo
Yeah.
yun to yung Kwan. Mo yun to yung pinaka-spammer
Not
sa
a fight they were
Morphlings
looking
na.
for at all. Good
Oto ba niya morphling dili
reveal
ko.
from the smoke though.
Sa'yo, mabiyan.
Bad
Sa'yo,
there.
ilar hatag man.
Yeah, not
Pero
too many
okay,
strong
okay.
items coming out. DP prioritizing his own game a little
Team
more.
play po daw,
going into
guna.
travels rather
Di
than
presa
BKB
pa
or
ba?
Kaya Sanj.
Madarag sa malsa.
Oh, trying to get his off first. Leshrac didn't get the Yules into the stun. Now they're going to follow up with a nurse spike.
But
Jablo's
lazy
blinking in for
Chuan.
this one. Has the finger of death. Is the damage going to be there? They got the super
Ayo,
arrow from
Chuan.
Armel trying to take his way through this, but even with the hood, it's not enough. Jabs will pay the price. The Brewmaster split being used to make sure they get the Lion, but the chase is on. They want Bok.
Tayo man.
His Earth Panda is on the run. I believe he has
pretty
no
dead.
Blink Dagger, so yeah, he's no way out without a Blink Dagger. It's going to go for the TP, but wishful thinking.
Hmm.
No chance he makes it out of there. How close is his? Oh, he's only 50 gold away to his Aghanim Scepter. On the
Doon
Brewmaster,
na yung
team's
Ags.
next team fight, there's gonna be 2 splits,
Jags niya.
which is gonna be very,
Ay,
very
ang
troublesome.
split niya, upgrade. Na yung mga line niya skill.
Yeah. You can't really make these plays without a Baden. Like, he needs to be behind the Leshrac. If he's there, he's gonna survive a whole lot longer.
Even the
Maybe
Aegis
even
Morph
turn
was
around
off
with it.
farming. Like, they're trying to get this Morph E-Blade up, so... Not Gabby's fault, he necessarily wasn't there. It's just the team who were not all on the same page.
Yeah. E-Blade is done in 1,000. And we still got about 2.5 minutes left on the Aegis. So we have like a decent timing. Not the longest, but a timing nonetheless.
Tim's down bottom, they're looking for him. They get the sun. Jabs guesses wrong. He's like, he's in the trees, but he just guessed the wrong tree cluster, and now they're looking to turn this one around. Fnatic, oh, he missed the
stun
split
though.
earth. Trying to
Luwa
get
na
his
split
juke
earth.
on
Bak
TNC
na,
spells.
paulin na mo.
Jabs will get the blink out as well. Oh, they're breaking ankles out here, Black.
Yeah. I'm
Ang
not sure why
cold
Armel went
breaker.
for the stun before you.
Gilas
There was
tip pa
no
dyan
reason
eh.
to, really.
Teams ng creeps.
Probably thought he would get him, but
No, hindi mo na sila
But I played a little
prenato.
bit more safe because like you didn't need the Yules defensively there at all since there weren't any enemy heroes around. But they will still get the TP tower bottom. Are they trading for top though? Shaman
See if
cancels
they
his
can.
TP.
Yeah, that's it. Ooh, I thought they were going to go for the defense. Instead, they're going to just back off, take the outpost. Attic, we're a
Kay
little
kontra
scared that
Morphlane na
TNC
hindi
were
mo
going to
kibuha
come
mo
and defend
dakop
this
ba?
one, but now maybe realizing that's not the case.
Yeah.
They'll clear out the creeps and hope that maybe the Radiant Creep Wave can finish off the tier 2 tower. Looks
Is gonna
like
be enough?
they'll get it down to 9 range at least. Maybe, yeah, if a TB illusion or something was up there, they would have had it, but they can clear another Creep Wave and slowly get it.
It's not like super important. The outposts don't give that much experience anymore as they used to.
Maybe for Roshan, having the outpost to TP2 can matter, but
Yeah. No Roshan yet.
it's something you have to
So
worry about.
50
for a little
seconds
bit.
left on the Aegis. E-bait is up. We don't want to force anything with this. Doesn't
And I
look
think we
like
may
it.
see
Let's go,
Fnatic
EV.
for- well, I guess they're waiting on this Scotty, because often you see these teams smoke up when Aegis is expiring. But they are constantly being scouted out. This dire ward, they just smoked under it. TNC, they know this is coming. The question is, do they try and bait this?
Atras!
Take a fight? Looks like they're at least considering that. Boomy on the high ground.
Nag-break og smoke ang buwan.
Selfless support. Trying to
Ilang
take
mga
full
smoke ba
engagement.
kayo? Nindot yung kayo.
Gabby's the
Kana
king there
may
too. They definitely want to
smoke.
fight this.
Papata ka tilawin nga ng smoke
Shaman
da.
may just drop wards down bottom.
Yeah. One more
Patay
creep
si
until
Shaman.
level 12.
Ether shocks, and there's a TP. Oh, he may get caught. He doesn't have a blink dagger himself. He's in the trees. Jabs has that hex. Just
Oh. It
oh,
does.
the last 0.1 second.
Last.
The finish
Hindi
second.
na ito kakuan minutes. Gamay na dito segundo
MS
sa.
na to.
Gumili na
level
dyan
4
kita.
hex.
Pagibili na lang to niyang ward. Pero
Maybe they can get.
minal lang.
Comes
Oh, Lion is out of position.
0.5 man sa na oy.
He has
better
no blink
lion
dagger
than
either.
Wab jigi kon magi-click maayo. Kanap jog click na kon kaning.
uses the
What the
shadow.
fuss
I mean,
ba?
that may save his life if they got
May blue
protection.
ward.
Split Earth with the Leshrac AoE damage should be enough. They could
Abot
have
ko ya
thrown
po
the
sa kuan.
May
Master
lesh.
Split as well, but the Rolling
Play.
Thunder comes
Nixon.
through.
Ay,
pummeling
lami
this
nga sa
Leshrac.
Rolling
Shadow
Thunder.
backline as
One
well.
shot,
Abaddon
Borax.
getting hit by this one as well. The shotgun
Gani.
takes out the Death Prophet. The follow-up damage from Raven's there, but the
Natulay.
defensive kills from the Lesh going to keep him alive a little bit longer, but the Sunray will finish him off. What a Rolling
Okay,
Thunder.
noted.
Death.
Noted.
Absolutely.
Dahil na
wrecking the
split
backline.
daghan.
Take out the Abaddon, but they still maybe don't have the best sense of
Also
Gabby.
game
It's gonna
gun.
force back
Rolling.
because of the TB. Instead
Mga
of
bitaw,
DJ,
praktisan kay. Hindot
Ay,
kayo
lang
mga...
mapatay.
split with the axe
Hindot kayo
timing.
mga panggulira,
Caused a
mga
lot of
pro ba?
problems
May
here
kayo
as TB
pagkaduwa.
tries to finish off the split. Won't be successful. Nothing to cancel the TB.
Nice
TP
ka.
out.
Kira to. Nice trade.
Bloodbath in this middle lane. It was kind of a 3 for 3 in
Ay,
the end.
bro,
So
may
Shaman,
lang
I
ko
guess,
na.
died
Abay,
before the
Bernard
fight,
playing.
but both
Yeah.
teams using all their big ultis.
Pero 4v5 bro ba ito?
Yeah, and
Kapatay pa
Roshan
sila pilo.
responds and potentially 1.5 minutes. You just see this Terrorblade. He's untouched every fight. Like they're just trying to ignore him, but he's outputting so much damage. And his Pangolier, they don't have an answer to him either. Like they can't really stop the roll at all.
And it's great because he's stunning everyone. So he stuns up the Leshrac and then he also hits the Abaddon. So those shields and miscoils are not saving people like you'd perhaps want them to be.
Yeah, they definitely need BKBs to answer this Pangolier here. Are they building into them? Yeah, Morph is, Lash is, and Brewmaster is going straight A on this. I like that quite a bit. You just need to get off your splits.
You mentioned the TB kind of being ignored and putting out the damage. What did you see from Morphling that fight? Like, as far as we haven't seen much Morphling this tournament, is this looking like a game where Gabby's going to be able to carry things?
I mean, the way he played it was really good. He turned into the Lion, killed the Lion, of course, and then he hexed the DP so he can't dual dodge his shotgun combo, killed the DP. He did all the right things there. Just didn't end up
Gabi
being
mo
enough.
micro ni Gabi no. Wala na ko to nakitaan.
I mean, he definitely knows what he's doing. Is he level 30 on Morphing? That's a pretty sick symbol. I think it's level 30.
believe that's the level 30. Yeah, I think that's level 30.
I mean, you could definitely tell. Like, the way he's doing his
level 30.
spells. Yeah, he instantly morphed back before he got stunned. Then morphed up strength. He knows pretty much everything about this hero. In and out.
Yeah, that's a lot of games played.
Yeah.
Gabby,
I wonder how many games it is, actually.
with a
Couple of
2-0
hundred.
lead, that's them saying, you know, you mentioned there didn't seem to be a better option than Morphling when we got to that last pick. And Gabby saw the same thing, so going for a comfort pick, even if it's an out-of-meta comfort pick.
Yeah.
And with the 2-0 lead, that's a good time to go for a pick like that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of players would just be like, nah, I don't want to play Morphling unless it's like a free Morphling game, you know? But Gabby is... Yeah, he doesn't seem to be caring too much. Even in game 2. It wasn't the perfect PA game, but he still made it work, no problem.
Alright. Gabby has definitely shown up these qualifiers.
Yeah, and he had to. A lot of strong competition.
Yeah.
Left
Yeah,
shot very
feeling-
close to his BKB.
Yeah. Is that... I mean, you mentioned the Rolling Thunder. Is that something that TNC's ready to go with? I mean, if they may have to be ready to go because Roche has respawned, so we'll see if either of these teams goes for it. Raven's in there. They may just commit an exorcism.
Yeah.
And TNC's
Morph has to be
nowhere
very
to be
careful.
seen. Yeah, this Roche is just dead.
Yeah, no way they're fighting this. I mean, they sort of know, but it's too late already. I think Morph just wants to prioritize his own BKB. Because fighting into Rolling Thunder without BKB is so hard. Especially with this Talon on Pango. It lasts for 13 seconds. It's ridiculous.
Okay, they just give it up. Looked like they were TPing mid as if they might want to try and contest it, but that's not the case.
That's a
And
shot on DP. I liked it quite a bit.
Oke,
When it
replay
gets
juga,
burst for
Bang.
4 seconds, you get feared. Can be pretty impactful against some of these heroes.
Like a more
Also gives you one additional charge, right? Yeah, 5 charges.
So, Fnatic, not going to see them immediately look to utilize this Aegis cheese. They have to wait for the Exorcism cooldown as well as the meta. Oh, sorry, not meta. They didn't actually commit. It was just the Exorcism.
Yep, just Exorcism. TB is ready to fight. 200 away from his BKB. And we didn't really talk much about it, but TNC was leading by like 2k before that fight. And ever since then, they made up 7k gold, basically.
Similar to last game with it going back and forth. Because this game it was Fnatic who had the lead, like 2-3k gold out of the lanes, and then TNC swung it their way, and now it's back Fnatic's way. But it doesn't feel like either team is making the same kind of maybe overly aggressive throws as we saw a bit in game number 2.
Yeah. And this game is really going to come down to who gets the better initiation. They both have instant blink hexes, Shaman and Lion. This game is just going to be purely decided on who goes first and on what target.
I hear that, and I'm hearing we're going to see some Aeon Disc then. I already see a few queued up.
Yep.
On
Aeon
cores
Disc every game.
as well. You're playing against Hex as a core, you want Aeon Disc. Pango has one, Death Prophet has one queued up. Oh. And also,
Brewmaster already has his as well.
Yeah, Brewmaster has it. So, yep, all these cores with Aeon Disc.
DJ, queued up Aeon Disc. There's definitely something that will be done to this item. I'm not quite sure what, but a little too good. And by a little, I mean a lot.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I like the concept of the item. It just seems too cheap. Like, I imagine even make the build up different, so it costs like an extra like 1,000, 1,500 gold, and gives like some different stats maybe.
I just don't like the concept of it reducing or basically removing all the damage. Like, if it reduced it by like half, I would be on board with it. But it's basically a free blink out, a free everything. It's like a mini Oracle ulti, right? Tims. Raven has Aegis. Can they kill this guy? Well, not anymore. Morphin TP'd out already. Finished his BKB. I think he's happy to fight now. Just a question, do you want to fight into a Terrorblade Aegis? It's not an easy fight.
You mentioned these fights coming down to execution. Is there key target for either side, or like what is the execution that both teams are looking for to win these fights?
I think the best targets to kill for TNC are definitely DP and Phoenix. I think it's going to be very hard to kill Def with his Aeon Disc, so...
He's fishing, he's right next to Tims.
Ooh.
They're
breathing each other's air.
6 feet,
like,
guys,
where's
6
that
feet!
smell coming from?
Just
That's
social
not socially
distancing.
distant. We don't like that here. And Jabs walks off. That's a bit better, Jabs.
Yep, thank you for abiding the law. DP is a little bit alone up there, but Shaman is nowhere near. And his Battleaxe is out.
Yeah.
Okay. They need Shaman to set up for these kills. Otherwise, no chance. He was trying to bottom, but Fnatic was just like, alright, we're pushing the whole lane with everybody.
They found Shaman's courier, which kind of reveals the fact of what he's doing, but they're going high ground. They say we're ready. Exorcism plus TB.
Ready yun na
It's time
Aegis.
to go. They still have a couple minutes left on this Aegis, so...
Oh.
They want this tower.
Tunga dito.
How hard do they want to commit? No meta has given them a
Exorcism.
Yeah, I'm surprised no glyph. It was used some time ago, so... TNC... Have to find a way to defend this one. Gabby in the trees, trying to find an E-Blade target. There is an Aeon Disc on Pangolier, though. That's can't really be blown up here. It looks like Fnatic. And with 6, it's an Arcane Rune Death Prophet. That's why they threw this Exorcism. There will still be a window. They'll still have like a minute left on this Aegis when Exorcism is back up. Maybe more like 45, 50
right
seconds.
away.
They want to fight while it's down. I imagine they would have seen this Arcane Rune.
Yeah,
They know
I'm
this
sure
window
they
is
were aware
small.
of it.
Well, this courier flying over, that's going to kind of reveal where TNC are. Question is, do they want to go onto from low ground to high ground? That seems incredibly risky.
Oh, dude,
Obviously,
nakita.
Charge going.
Brewmaster gonna pop out of the smoke here, has the primal split. Fnatic,
Sneaky,
Death immediately
sneaky.
throws out the rolling thunder. The silence fault is there, but Arnold gets the
Hala ka.
BKB off. Death turns the Aeon, just can they blow up block? Nope, he gets off the primal split.
Kahit lang,
He's
kahit.
dying to the meta TB. Does TB have the
Ay,
damage
ay,
in the
ay.
sky?
Ay.
So he should be fine. The BKB gonna wear
Buwag
off
pa
soon.
din
He
sila.
might get thrown up in the air. The spider legs
Nice
arm
go.
out. He gets out of there.
Doon na
TB can't
blinkan
finish him
sa
off. Raven
Lion.
needs a sun to target too. He's getting a bit low here. Has got the Phoenix speed needs it. Will take out Boomy, and the Lesh did end up getting chased down. They got 3. They're looking
So,
at
may
Gabby
halin
in
si-
trouble.
si
On the
Yuti.
walk. Anything to stop his TP? No. He gets out, but they make it
Daga
lockdown
ng
instead.
isa, padaga
Through
na.
the second ultimate, even if they don't get him, he's got no primal splits left. Looks like he will get his way out of there.
Uy, halin ang siyuti.
Oh, kadakop.
Yeah, it's just we spoke about it during the draft. Like fighting into these heroes is so
GG naman eh.
incredibly difficult. You can't fight into Supernova,
Yeah, Ralods.
Metamorphosis. There wasn't even
Split?
Exorcism.
They just flipped, and now they have Exorcism. There's no glyph for this one. This is going to be a lane of Rax. It
Draw
feels
is draw
like.
na sila game 2.
35 seconds without the Lesh rack.
Oo.
TP
Game
heroes
1,
pushing
Loy,
the
kaya
power.
ang Fnatic Game 1.
High stamp to eh.
Wala mo sila nalingaw at ang Game
There
1.
we go.
Well, sa iyo kay Human ba?
What's the call? Do they want to push their luck? I feel like they're having some slight flashbacks from last game. Like, what happened last game when we went for a second lane? But no, it's fine. Oh, wait, no, it's not. They're thinking twice about this one,
But
and they'll play it safe.
pabor
I don't
yun ang
mind
Death
this black.
Prophet
Like, I
kasi
think they,
sa
like you
Lesh
say, they
Rocklet
probably
game.
could have, but Aegis was expiring, no Metamorphosis, and last game things went pretty south for them. When they went
Magic
for that
heavy sad kay sila
Yeah,
kana
just wait for-
kana eh. Kana
Dapat
nga
dyan pang
comp.
gulyere, Gribias pang gulyere.
Yeah, TV late game.
Ah!
One, making a risky play. But just prepare for that. Exorcism 90 seconds. Meta is going to be up by that time as well. Like the overwhelming
Opportunity.
amount of team fight on the Radiant side is just too much to deal with for the Dire. There's just nothing they can do really.
And that's what we kind of, highlighted in the draft when we saw some of these heroes. We're just like,
Feel di sila
there's
draft.
definitely some question marks about how TNC win a team fight. We haven't even really seen Supernova come into play because these team fights just
They
end
caught
so
it
quickly.
early.
Ooh, that's how you win a
Duwa
team
nila
fight.
bakit?
Blow her up with an E-Blade.
Basta nalay mo
TP
pabor bisag
goes
15
down,
dismil
dead
kay
75. Gabby
di gyapon
Campbell
mo
was
kumpensaan.
in wave form, so he's fine.
Ay gamay ra kay nay.
Like,
Dali ra na
wanna
mabali.
leave.
Ato pa ka sa
Challenge
mga
to
European
deny
kay
the wards from full health.
wipe out lang kadali.
Yeah.
Ma-GG na din.
Or make one go into the ground so you can walk through and then
Mas
back
dali
up.
sad mo GG yung
Challenge
one
definitely means
Europe.
something. I feel like this hero is not being
Dali ka mo
changed
GG Europe
ever.
ito.
Secret jud eh.
The last change I remember this hero
Go
had was when
Knicks.
Ethershock used to be single target, right?
Dali ka
Way
mo
back
dali
when,
ka mo
like
kuan.
Hero 1 days maybe?
Ih,
Yeah. And
They
the
know.
constant buff to his base damage.
That's not a change to the hero. I mean, like I'm talking like
Yeah.
you know. A
Oh,
new
you mean like a
spell.
fundamental change?
Yeah. Like
Dali
like
kayo,
even his,
GG
his
si
act,
Papi.
his act is one of the for me like just most boring acts in the game. Here we go, blink in bottom. They have the
Ah,
finger of death. They
critically
want to
hook,
block the slash strike, stop him getting the BKB
Yules.
off. But he does
Oh,
get
why
it out of
he
the
got-
Yules with the right click damages there.
Why
Raven
gamit?
goes first and blows him up. They're doing this without the death prophet. They're just
Why he
catching
got
TNC by surprise. The Abaddon's trying to come in to save the day, but it's too
Okay,
late. The
time
Lesh
dra-
already dead. Raven BKB TP's out.
47.
Go doku og
Still
do ni
Lesh
ug
without death prophet. That was ballsy from Fnatic.
In the enemy base as well. Beautiful.
Not me personally.
Of course, you would never be happy. You're very unbiased.
At least
You
now,
don't want
know,
TNC to win
without
because
Aussies
of your
in the
compendium.
tournament. Actually, I'm biased, Black. I predicted TNC. I got to be able to brag that I predicted the right team.
Yeah.
No. That's what's
Bragging
so
rights
good.
are always there.
What do we got? DJ has a ward. He's going to throw the sentry out first. Check that there's nothing on the high ground.
Interesting that he did that.
And
Because he has a gem.
They could have just, I guess, dropped the gem on the ground for that flying vision, right?
Yeah. But of course, he's getting a bit older, so
Fingers aren't what they used to be.
yeah. I know
He's
that
the
feeling
guy
very
that's
well.
been on this Fnatic team the longest. Since maybe like what,
Couple of years now,
2016, 2007, maybe 2017, longer I want to say, like 3 or 4 years, right? Or not?
Did he ever leave since he joined first?
Oh, maybe he took a break or something. That's a good question.
Rolling
Not
on
up to
Gabby.
date on my DJ history. Yep. He gets the morph strength off, and it feels like Death is just
Kinoted
prodding.
Pangolier.
fading out some spells.
Yeah, I mean, Rolling Thunder is such low cooldown. It doesn't really matter.
It's going to look like a kind of nothing ultimate, but the one thing is Roche could have been coming up, but he's got a minute before they have to worry about Roche. And of course, Rolling Thunder for a potential Roche fight is always going to be huge.
Yeah, one of the scariest abilities in the entire game. I'm just trying to see what like the game-breaking power spike could be for Morphling. He's got a Skadi now. It just doesn't feel like he can combat the Terrorblade at all during this like supernova exorcism flying around. There's just too much stuff going on that Morphling can't really focus anyone.
A Daedalus TB, his damage output is getting out of control. Doesn't have the Satanic yet. That's kind of more the defensive item, and he doesn't feel like he's ever needed this defensive item. He's yet to die and never really feels like he's in any danger of dying.
1.1 second Crypt Swarm cooldown.
Watching that, I'm like, what's going on here? How, does he have a refresher? Like, I was like, this is nuts. Both
Yeah, the
teams,
talent is pretty insane.
yeah. Both teams hovering around this Roshan pit. The TB Illusion gets to scout it, whereas TNC have a bit of a trickier time scouting Roche.
They could be doing Roche soon because somebody has to go bottom and defend that lane. Courtesy of the Rex push, of course.
And Fnatic see that, which is perhaps why they smoke now. They're looking for that jump. If
Straight
they
into the
see
pit.
this Leshrac bottom, there is an outpost for Lesh to TP to, but they're just going to look to probably take this with Exorcism. Maybe they want to hold on to these ultimates. They're probably saving it for a fight. Bok throws out the Cinder Brew. This
He has
Roche
to be
is dying
fast though, he's to be decisive.
Yep. Going in, he gets silenced though. He has got an A on this. They may just going to ignore him while they finish off the Roche. Nope, they want Bok.
Kumita din sa iyon sa
Just saving the day for now. The
Bro,
Morphling
eh.
is blowing up in that buyback.
Hala.
Oh no! TB gets
Where's
hex up, but this
Martin?
TB is a tanky fella. You're not bringing him down, and he's just going to focus the Roche. Needs to maybe deal with these Serpent Wards. You don't want to see Roshan get denied or stolen or an Aegis denied or whatever it may be. So yeah, clear the Serpent Wards, then finish the Roche and TNC.
Full
They're just getting the
spotty.
hell out of there.
Wala tayong
We're
impact
starting to see why
body.
Morphling is perhaps not picked so much, it feels like Black. This was a free farm Morphling, but it's not doing much against the 5-man teamfight lineup.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about. Picking Morph into line can easily end up like this because Morph always wants to wait
Ibigay sa summon sa
shotgun someone, which means you're in prime position to get hexed by the line. That's what happened. Couldn't get off his BKB. And yeah, this game seems all but over. 30 seconds. No exorcism though. So I guess there's some hope to defend the last lane at least.
Yeah, Fnatic feeling like it's in a pretty good place. They're tipping their buddy Raven. He's the guy that TNC were tipping. The former TNC carry player, played with them through numerous TIs, is looking to get one back on his former teammates here. They are down 2-0, so this is just the first step of several for Fnatic if they want to make their way to the international. But first have to get this one game.
Yeah, but it's about time though. Like after these 2 defeats, they really need this win to boost morale as well.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's going to demoralize TNC. I think draft-wise, TNC probably going to look at this and be like, yeah, we made some mistakes. Play-wise, you know, wasn't our best game, wasn't our worst, but like you say, morale-wise, this will definitely boost Fnatic up.
Yeah, but if you just look at the chess game of draft, last game, TNC also lost that. They outplayed, but they can't be happy with the draft they've had.
TNC trying to perhaps make something happen. They get the Hex out onto the Terrorblade. Maybe not the best target if they can't burst him down. Doesn't look like they've got the damage. The Rolling Thunder coming through, which is going to sun up Tim.
It goes sa Rolling Thunder.
Lock down the TB, but they just had no damage at all. Shaman dead. Gabby getting sunned up.
Morphling
Death with
can't
the Rolling
move.
Thunder. This Mango is just wreaking havoc here. Gabby going to go for a roll-up play of his own, using the Morph as he turns around with an E-Blade, but that does no damage at all to Jap. He's got the Aeon Disc to keep himself alive. Death with an Aeon Disc of his own. The Pengo still surviving his way through this one. RML Slash doing some good pulse damage. Kill off the Phoenix.
Patay na siya.
Has an Exorcism now, and this could spell trouble for TNC, who's now lost them more, and they have to fight into an Exorcism. They need to get RML out of here. Not sure they can. They've lost the line. It looks like RML will just barely get back to safety, so Fnatic don't perhaps get the team fight they were hoping for with the Exorcism. Don goes down, as that'll kind of even things up at 2 kills apiece, but that Exorcism was a very short-lived one.
Yeah, fight. I think you can't really ask for anything better if you're TNC with this goal disadvantage. And any trade that you take at this point is probably good for you. But yeah, this Terrorblade is just unstoppable. And that was without Exorcism, as we said. Absolutely brutal. Terrorblade is 13k gold ahead of the Morphling. Ay. Morph is itemizing into an E-Blade. A Swift Blink. The thing is, Morph is also a hero that can't build into Nullifier at all. While his entire kit is about bursting down heroes. You can't do that against Aeon. It's just not possible. We have seen there, he shotgunned the line, he was like, oh, alright, I gotta Aeon this. I don't care.
Things will slow down a bit now on the TNC side, but Fnatic may just be looking to go high ground again. They've got boots to travel on Death Prop. They're playing around this top lane here. What can they find?
It's a TB25 as well, so it's the meta attack range.
Boomy with a flicker on Abaddon. It's a great item. I'm surprised to see that it's on the Abaddon. It's maybe not feeling they've got a bad target, and with the TB meta range, they're just going to be hitting this high ground from the low ground. Death Prophet TP's into the creeps. They force an Aeon Disc on the Brew. Now he's going to be careful when he initiates. May just have to use that Primal Split from afar. Amel trying to clear out some illusions with the Pulse Nova Shiver's Guard. They've got the Sunray heal. Buying them some time. In the trees is the Morphling looking for a target. Raven just going to BKB. He gets the Fear out onto the Leshrac as well. And with that, Leshrac, Armel, he can't be kept alive. He just melts. TB will lose his first life though.
No meta.
Yeah, he's got an 8. He's going to be coming back without meta. There's going to be a Fear. Gabby with the stolen Fear. Looking to take out Raven. It looks like Raven will get forced off back to safety. Gabby's Morphling doing some work here. Armel running in as well. This Leshrac doing so much damage. Raven uses the Sunder, turns this one around on the Morphling. Morphling is dead, but now there's no more Sunder, and Armel on this Lesh has to get out of there with the spider legs. He's on his own. He's got a shield to try and bail him out here, but they've lost
GG
the
lads.
as well, so no more control to play around as Armel still on the run. Will finally get caught and chased down. That's 4 dead, and TNC are going to call GG. We're going to a game 4. Not so easy, say Fnatic.
Yeah, finally a sign of life.
Waited.
Draft again.
3-0 dah.
This time around was also very good. There was a time in the mid game where you thought maybe TNC can do it, but the team fight is just overwhelming. Ever since TB got Skadi BKB, I think the game was just pretty much over. They could never find a good team fight. And yeah, well done Fnatic, extending it to a 4-game series at minimum.
And that's, you know, that's the free farming Gabby Morph, who's like the master tier level 30 Morph. And he's stealing every spell he can, trying to make all the plays and unable to carry that game. So probably won't see the Morphling again, I would expect. But a fantastic game 3 goes Fnatic's ways, which means this series is not over. So we're going to have to bring back a Nat as we get ourselves ready for game 4. Guys, stick with us. It's going to be fantastic.